Well. We are at the end. SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. This is the season finale episode, y'all. What a journey this has been. Um, it's been fun reviewing this show. This show has had a whole bunch of, um, re- reviews and comments and everything. I don't know if it's coming back for the second season, but we'll see. Let's go. All right. So the ladies left off where they left off last week. Xscape, they are talking to Tasha, and they're talking to Tasha about Rocky getting the kickback. Now, what I always thought was what a kickback was when a house party. You know, I went to a couple of kickbacks in my life. But they was like, no, a kickback is, when somebody give you an extra fee on top of what was already, arranged. Candy already explained the tea about how what Rocky was doing basically and using Tasha's name to say that Tasha can rally the girls, get the girls up, telling the promoter and stuff. And, he was going to get an extra fee for, working with this promoter for getting all four ladies of Xscape. And then the promoter sent that information to Xscape, and there you go. Now we're having a meeting about it because, there was just like any extra money, whatever everybody needs to know about. Because, we can all be splitting that money versus it just coming to Rocky. I tell you, Rocky has no problem throwing Tasha under the bus whatsoever. Whether Tasha knows about stuff or not, whether she's involved or not, Rocky will gladly say, Tasha, if Rocky's drowning somewhere, God forbid, if Rocky's drowning somewhere, he will make sure to pull Tasha in that water with him. He's that kind of man. He's that type. Like Tasha, I don't know. And looking at Rocky in his confessionals, on top of all that Maybelline New York on his face, and all that good Fenty beauty. I think it was Fenty. That good Fenty beauty all over his skin. It was Fenty or Juvia's Place. It was one of them. It was some good makeup Rocky had on in his confessionals. I just look at Rocky and I just see a demon child. I just don't know. I don't know that man from a can of paint. But I can see how he can come off as intimidating or scary or whatever. I can definitely see that. Because he is something. He is definitely something. But, so they're talking and stuff, and Rocky's talking in his confessionals. He's basically was just like, any money that I get that's owed to me, I'm supposed to get that money. Because it's a deal that I made. Y'all saw that tongue thing that he did? I said, ooh, Rocky. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's I don't know. And later on in the episode, he, was also talking about how he, talking about Tamika and the whole money of $30,000, and it was just like, I don't know how to do that. What you do? You're supposed to get their account and routing number and get their information and put stuff in their name and blah blah blah. He was basically explaining everything that happened according to Tamika, and Tamika showed how her, stuff was forged, her signature and all that kind of stuff, and she also explained to Tamika in her video that everybody had each other's information, from social security cards to identification numbers, driver's license, whatever, all that. Because they have to send in their information for certain, venues or whatever they're doing. So Tamika already explained that. So you already explaining what happened, allegedly. Rocky, you already explaining what you and Tasha allegedly did. So, I mean, boy. Y'all have done nothing to convince people otherwise of what y'all done did, allegedly. I tell you. Okay, so, Tasha going through her whole thing of separating herself from everybody and having separate team, separate everything. Tasha got a whole team of people with her as if she is, I don't know, somebody other than Tasha. So, yeah, so let me see. So this was the season finale, like I said, and this was the whole big performance episode. So Xscape ended up getting what they wanted. They ended up having SWV open for them, and Xscape ended up closing with understanding. SWV just gave in. They was just like, you know what, forget it, and we'll just do this or whatever. And I think also as time went on, SWV realized they were kind of in a losing battle because this is on Bravo. Candy is a big part of Bravo. She's been on the Housewives for like 15 years. Xscape, they had their own show on Bravo. It's pretty much there. I believe they were in Atlanta or whatever filming most of this, I think. Xscape is Atlanta, and so I think that they were realized they were rocking with they were trying to win a losing battle. It wasn't set up for them to win anyway. The producers, the whole anybody who works on the show was all people that work with Xscape. So it was just like, oh, what do you do? All they had was their little white manager, and that's it. And so SW was like, you know what? We're just gonna get through this one show, and yeah. But if they decide to go on tour or whatever after this at some point in the future, things definitely need to be a little bit more balanced. I just think that everybody should be happy or satisfied with what they get. And yeah. But I doubt if they go on tour, SWV and Xscape ever again. But hopefully, because I would love to see it, but I doubt it. Okay, so let me see. So we get to rehearsal. SWV arrives before Xscape. They're trying to get through the arrangements. Everybody's asking questions. Nothing is really like in stone. This is what you're supposed to do. You're leaving it this time. This is the song you're coming in on, blah, blah, blah. It's just a lot of moving parts, and it's a lot happening. And everybody is arriving at different times. Xscape, well, Tamika, Tiny, and Candy finally arrived. Tasha arrived like hours late. I would have closed and locked the door. Child, just pretty much pretty awful. Let me see. They're going through rehearsal. At one point, Don Juan, he chimed in and made a comment, and Taj said, "Shut the F up." But Taj said on her live that I watched that she wasn't referring to Don Juan when she said "shut the F up." They edited to make it look like that way or whatever. But SWV was kind of spazzing. They was irritated. They didn't know, what was going on. And, things weren't put together, like I said. And, SWV, they have the same setup, the same, they seem to have the same routine. Everything is together in their camp. All their stuff is, they have the arrangements on what they're going to do. Everything is already set with SWV. But it's not necessarily that way with Xscape. It is, but it's not. Because we don't know who's going to show up. Tasha is tripping. We don't know if she coming or not. It's just, it's 4 ladies instead of 3. It's just everybody has different things going on. So it's just a lot more stuff that comes with Xscape. And that really had an effect on SWV, I feel. Todd, what Coco said? Coco said she out of her meds and she ready to fight. She said, "I have ran out." I screamed. Okay, so we have the dressing rooms. We have Tamika and Candy in the dressing room, in which Tamika and Candy always shares a dressing room. I've always said that was weird because you would think, way before all the drama, you would think that Tamika and Tasha would have a dressing room together since they're sisters. But no, it's always Tasha and Tiny and Tamika and Candy. But whatever. So they're in there talking. I fell out laughing when Tamika called Rocky, his real name is Edward. called him Edward Still in Hands. I hit the floor. That was so funny to me. And then that's when we see Tasha come in with her 13 people. I see a child. I'll say, okay, so we finally get to the show. SWV come out first with Anything Remix, which is a total bop. And after that, Xscape comes out with Love on My Mind. And I was just looking at the set list and hearing them sing the songs and stuff. And I was just like, wow. SWV really has a lot of up-tempo hits. They really have a lot. Most of Xscape hit songs are ballads, and SWV got all the up-tempos. So it really is kind of like the party with SWV. And then like Xscape is just like the mood, the feeling, I was like, well, okay, I get it. Let me see. So after Love on My Mind, Xscape stayed on stage. They did Who Can I Run To? The SWV came out with You're the One of my favorites. And then they stayed on stage, SWV, I believe. And then here comes Xscape with Is My Living in Vain? No, of course not. And they showed a scene with Xscape when they were little. They did a tape when they were singing Is My Living in Vain? They had Tamra. Y'all remember Tamra? Who was in the group. Xscape used to be 5, but Tamra was kicked out the group and they blocked her out. I was like, child, we know who that is. I think her name is Tamra, some with a T. But anyway, so I was just like, okay, well, that's interesting that SWV stayed out there while they were singing Is My Living in Vain. And I don't think they participated either. Whatever. So after that, they did Week. It was a moment. Week was a moment. Week is a moment. A lot of people felt like Week should have ended the show. Now, I gave my opinion on that, and I feel like Understanding should end the show because of the message. And then I felt like it should be like a mashup. Then they come out and, ended the show that way. But obviously that did not happen. But looking at it, just based on the crowd and based on the energy and just the feeling that I got, it seemed like Week probably should have ended the show. So, I mean, I digress. Either way, both Week and Understanding. Obviously, Week is the more successful song. But both Week and Understanding has a very special place in my heart. And I love both songs for different reasons, So, either way, it was fine. There was a moment between Candy and Tamika, but they were hyping each other up. Tamika slapped Candy on the butt. Tasha mentioned that her and Tamika usually share that little bond moment on stage, but she hasn't gotten that, and it's fine. And Tasha was jealous. I was like, child. Okay, so they ended it. Every single one of the ladies behind the stage, they was congratulating each other. And they said that, I would love to do this again and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, this is before they saw the show and saw all the shady confessionals and the whole mess. I think that they all think differently now. And watching Taj live earlier, she said that she don't want to do it anymore. I think they would have to pay a whole lot of money for the girls to come back together. But she said that she says that her relationship with Candy and Tiny is pretty much ruined. And I'm just like, see, that's unfortunate. It's just messed up. It is. So Tamika, she finally got her opportunity to talk to Tasha. My nose, allergies. She finally got her opportunity to talk to Tasha. Tasha didn't really want to talk. She was just like, girl, bye. I don't want to talk. My feet hurt. I'm tired. Tasha was like, okay, well, what's going on? What's going on? We cool. She was like, It was like, well, where are we as sisters? So Tasha was like, we right here, blah, blah, blah. So they pretty much ended it on a bad note. There was nothing resolved. Tasha didn't want to talk. And she really does play into the narrative that she don't want to talk or do nothing without Rocky there, which is a shame. So While Xscape was arguing and crying and hugging each other, SWV was winning plats. Their manager showed them that Week had went triple platinum and two other songs had went double platinum or whatever. So good for them. And SWV is going on tour with Jodeci. Shouts out to Jodeci. I think I heard one of the members is going through something medical or whatever. Jodeci always got something going on. But we're going to pray for Jodeci. And hopefully they work it out. I think it's supposed to be SWV, Jodeci, and Drew Hill. I love me some Drew Hill, child. They say it's about 16 members now, child. I don't know. Okay, so after that, Coco and Tasha went on Watch What Happens Live. More of denying, more of deflection, more of I don't know, more of blah, blah, blah from Tasha. What did Andy ask her? Andy asked her, you blocked your sister and blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, no, I never blocked my sister. She's blocked me. And she tried to make it seem like Tamika's always had her number. And she's tried to talk to Tamika. Tamika don't want to talk to her. And she also said she don't know anything about the 30K. She said that she found out when everybody else found out. I said, she talked about how Andy asked her about how Tamika feels like the mama and her are buddy. She's on the outskirts, how she's mama favorite. And she said that Tamika was just pretty much a badass child. She always got into stuff. She was always in trouble. That's why she had to change schools. And when she changed schools, that's when she met Tiny. And then they started getting into stuff. So, allegedly. But they even said, I remember on a few interviews, that her and Tiny used to be bad and get into stuff. But anyway, that's what she said, Tasha. And I was like, And so, then she also said that she is still in Xscape. She said she's still a member of Xscape. And she said that she would have liked, for courtesy reasons, for them to change the name to Xscape 3, because without her being in Xscape, they're not Xscape. If y'all remember, when Candy temporarily left the group, they became Xscape 3 and they put out an EP. Tiny, Tamika, and Tasha. And there was a lot of stuff that happened with that. But anyway, they came back and blah, blah, blah. And so that's what she wanted. Them to change the name. Tasha, we don't have time for all that. We know who y'all are. We don't care. It's not that deep. Just sing the songs. Sing the songs, please. And the last thing was, she talked about how she's not in an open relationship when she did her live crying. She said she's not in an open relationship. That's not the tea. What it is that she was trying to say that her and Rocky have open communication, when she clearly said on the live that her and Rocky have an open relationship. So in my opinion, Tasha, you just an open lie. And it's just what it is. So I don't know. Tasha might as well join SWV at this point. I just don't know. I just don't know. Now, I am going to talk about, I paid them $12, Tasha, okay? I paid them $12 to see the interview with Sister Unique. And I am going to talk about those two interviews, certain things that I heard about. And I'm going to do a video on that. So y'all stay tuned. And also I was watching Candy Speak on It last night. And next week she say her and Tiny and Tamika gonna be on there. And they're gonna talk about the season. Since this is the season finale, no episode. So I'm gonna talk about whatever they talked about. If it's anything we don't know already. Right? But I don't know. I don't know what's the future of Xscape. Should the girls even let Tasha come back in and out? How do they let Tasha do that? Just come in and out and do whatever. There's no Xscape without me. I'm still a member of Xscape. No, what you want is a crutch. That's what you want. Just in case this whole thing don't work out with your solo deal, you always want to be able to come back with Xscape and make money. And with all the stuff that done went down and everything, like, Unless this is just all for TV and everybody faking. Because I don't know how you could just openly welcome her back into the group. And all this stuff done went down. That's just crazy to me. Yes, we love, Tasha with Xscape. And yes, we love Xscape as 4 girls and stuff and the legacy and all that. But it's too much that done went down. And once again, in the words of Scotty by Nature, where is Tamika's money? What's going on? I don't know. Y'all would be some fools, Xscape, if y'all just let Tasha just bounce in and out when she feel like it. Ain't y'all tired? Do Tasha really got the power? I don't know. We'll be back with more Xscape drama, I'm sure. And whatever's going on, child, eventually I'll talk about it. Y'all know me. I appreciate y'all for watching these reviews and stuff with me. And everything. It's been lovely. It's been great. We ain't done yet, but we kind of is, but not quite. Love you guys. Stay tuned for so much more, child. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google+. Follow me at @IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At @IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.